Still the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. Scary Cooper, asshole! Oh, Dingbat! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans.
Dallas still stinks. You by the way, Kick Dingbat here. So welcome to my first reaction video. I wanted to give a voice to you guys, my subscribers who are out there. During this time before training camp, not much going on. So if you had anything to say to me, you want to say to Mark Holmes, say to Cowboy fans, Eagle fans, anything on your mind that you want to talk about, hell, it doesn't even have to be football related. You could want to tell me what a piece of fat crap I am. I don't care. But send me a video and I will post it and react to it. The first one comes from Bryce. He has a TikTok channel. Hope to have the link in the description. But he sent this over to me. So I'm gonna watch the video and react to it. And you know, if you guys like it, definitely go check him out on TikTok. And you know, then I'll see what he's got to say about what looks like Jalen Hurts. And today may be a theme of Jalen Hurts because I got a lot to say about Jalen. That's for sure. But without further ado, let's hear what our boy Bryce has to say.
I feel like I haven't really talked about the Eagles in a while, so today I'm gonna talk about Jalen Hurts. You know, I feel like people are really moving the goalposts when it comes to how they evaluate Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. You know, we live in
I gotta
an era
stop it
now
right
where-
there. Is that so true? They keep moving the goalposts. Do you remember when we lost the playoff game to Tampa Bay the first time we got in the playoffs? Well, you can't win in the playoffs. You can't win the playoffs. And then it was, can he get to the championship? Can he beat the Niners? He couldn't beat the Niners. The Niners were going to kill us. We beat the Niners. Then we go to the Super Bowl. He outplays Mahomes, loses. Then it's you can't win the big game. You can't win the Super Bowl. Then you can't win with Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts. And then he goes and he wins the Super Bowl MVP. Now it's because of everybody else that had nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. He's right.
even if you win a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP, that is not enough in people's eyes. If you were on a quote unquote super team, yes, the Eagles team is very talented, but you know, we're in an era now where people are saying wins aren't a quarterback stat, and I just don't think it's really fair to kind of criticize Jalen Hurts for having a good roster and having a competent, great GM and building the team around him. You know, we look at guys like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, all those guys. Yes, they're very, very talented quarterbacks. They got one of the best arms in the league, but you know, those guys, it's always, oh man, Joe Burrow needs an offensive line and defense, which is true. Josh Allen needs a better defense supporting cast, but like when there's times to win certain games when it's close, those guys don't rise up to the occasion at times. Jalen Hurts has beat those guys head to head both times in the regular season. Jalen Hurts is always outperforming the quarterbacks that he's going against that are in that top echelon of guys that are in the league. So yeah, I feel like moving the goalposts is just very weak-minded in my opinion. Whether you have him top 10, top 5, to me, Jalen Hurts is going to have to prove this season why he is that guy. And I've always known he is that guy just from being an Eagles fan and watching him play. But that's where I get into my prediction for Jalen Hurts this season. I believe Jalen Hurts is going to put up those passing numbers.
All right, I'm going to pause it before he gives us a prediction. I'm going to say this. I completely 100% agree, right? You know, all these other better quarterbacks, that they don't have the roster that the Eagles have. But when they have chances to win, do they win? I mean, Josh Allen in the fourth quarter couldn't get, a yard on a push-tush? He couldn't do it. He failed. You look at Herbert. Oh, Herbert only threw 3 interceptions all year. Gets to the playoffs, throws 5. There's something to be said about leadership. There's something to be said about being clutch. Okay, these are the qualities of the quarterback that people ignore. And who are the people that ignore them? The people who don't win anything. All right, they don't win anything. There's not a lot of quarterbacks that are currently playing that have won Super Bowls or been to multiple Super Bowls. Right? But that's held against Jalen Hurts. Jalen's going to have to win another one, and he is. He's going to go win another one. Then he's going to go back, probably win another one. And then by the time, we get towards the end of his career, then he'll get the respect. But right now, these people can't see it because all they care about is fantasy football statistics, and they think that's all that matters. But that's because their teams don't win. You can't hold that Jalen Hurts has talent around him as a reason why he's not a good quarterback. No. He's a good quarterback that wins Super Bowls and goes to Super Bowls when there's talent around him, like every quarterback should.
This season, I believe Jalen Hurts is going to put up those passing numbers that the people who criticize him want to see from him. Those 30 passing TDs, the single-digit interceptions, the 3,000-plus yards passing, which he's capable of doing. It's just at times he's been injured, like the last 2 to 3 weeks of the season or something like that. But to me, winning is what is important.
Let me thank you, Bryce, for posting that video. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And here's what I'll say. And I have a video coming out a little bit after this one, and it does talk about Jalen Hurts, and it talks about him as a passer. People forget Tom Brady won 2 Super Bowls. He wasn't passing and putting up huge passing numbers, and people would say, well, he's winning Super Bowls, and then you have Peyton Manning throwing 40 touchdowns, and he's not winning Super Bowls. Who would you rather have? It's the same thing. Jalen Hurts will still continue to get better as a passer, but when you run the way that the Eagles run the ball, and teams can't stop it, they're not going to stop doing it. So Jalen Hurts may have less attempts a game, but he's got to make sure that he hits on those attempts. How about all the 4th downs and 9s and 10s where he's taking shots down the field to A.J. Brown and hit? Those are clutch passes. Leadership, clutchness are something that is definitely in today's football overlooked, and it shouldn't be, because if you want to be one of the greats, man, I think clutch is a big deal. Thank you, Bryce. Shout out to you. Definitely check out his TikTok. And I see why Jalen Hurts' mom responded and liked this video, because he said she did. No doubt about it. Great video. Thank you, man, so much for sharing. And if you guys want to put out, want me to review something, I have other ones I'll be putting out. But if you want me to comment on anything you have to send, and you have something to say before we get to camp and stuff, send it over. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it.
Oh, God. No. I want to be like the Eagles.
That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.